Stop living out the dreams or plans that your parents set for you in order for you to become successful. Now, my parents never set a plan for me, perhaps, but they've always had sort of a guide, and the guide is the same guide that it is for everybody my age. It's get your education, do good in school, get A's, be good, don't make mistakes, don't smoke, don't vape, don't party, don't drink, don't do anything bad. Get your education, get the degree, get out, get a job. And now I've been very lucky to have parents that haven't been super drawn by what I believe to be as a social norm in the society for people my age, is that getting an education is the most important thing in order to become successful. And it's like, I think a lot of people are following a path that their parents set for them, and not a lot of people are really breaking out of the social norm and finding out what they want to do with their lives. I'm not saying that's starting a business, I'm not saying that's becoming an entrepreneur, but at the same time, it's like, if you are continuing to live the dreams that somebody else set for you, how are you ever going to expect to be happy and find purpose for yourself? And I think the first step is, if you see your parents' life and you don't like it, then why are you listening to them? If you see your parents' life and you don't like what they have, then you shouldn't listen to the advice that they give you in terms of your success for the future and the job and the career you want to pursue. I'm not saying my parents haven't given me great advice, but in terms of the career path, they've supported me along the journey and what I want to do, but they gave me options, and those options were college, education, or go do trades, and they were very open to both. But at the same time, I feel like for most people, it's follow the social norm, get the degree, get a good job, work a 9 to 5, because at the end of the day, your parents are trying to create the most minimal amount of risk for you, because they don't want to have you in a shitty position where you can't support yourself and then you're back in the house that you grew up in. And it makes sense, but at the same time, how are you ever going to find something that you want to be happy in and that you want to pursue if you listen to people that are telling you what to do? And you have to kind of go on your own and find out what you want to do, or else you're never going to be happy and never going to find something that has meaning to you. And I think the first step and the hardest step of anything is dropping the friends that you think are your friends, because as soon as you set your goals to do what you want to do, your friends are going to be baffled, they're going to be confused, they're going to be hateful. And if that's the case, then they're not your friends in the first place. You only really truly have like 1 to 2 best friends, if we're being honest. 1 to 2 friends that actually see maybe not the same ideology that you have, but actually support you throughout your goals. And the people that don't are following the social norm. And if you're not in the same social norm, then you're considered an outcast. And the craziest part is, the outcasts are usually the ones that become the most successful. And if you want to be part of this same normal social society, that the path that we've all grown up in for the past however many decades, then you can follow that. But I, for one, don't really care about what people say or what people think about what I do, because it's kind of interesting that I've gotten like hateful comments from my YouTube, and I don't get a lot of views and I don't have a lot of subscribers, but it's very interesting because I've always wondered why people get angry at like comments from people, like random ass people on YouTube. But I find myself getting like frustrated, like these people don't even know me, and I never respond. I just like the comments and whatnot. But it's interesting. I get this little like ball of rage, and I've never really experienced that before. But at the same time, these people are nobodies. If you're finding the time to comment on my YouTube video on how I'm an idiot or stupid, I should be in college, or pursue an education or quit what I'm doing, then you are the people who you are around. So find people that have the same passion and support you with your goals and have the same ideology as you. Find those outcasts and have that conversation and say that thing to that girl, or because in the end of the day, how are you going to know if they have the same ideology as you if you don't try? And that's the only way to find true friends. And I think a lot of people are scared to have conversations about stuff that they're curious about because they're afraid of what the other person will say. But how do you know what they're going to say? Maybe they're thinking the same thing as you, but you never know until you ask. And I think following along this journey in this passion of mine in this business, I've been able to find similar people, not in person, but on social media, who are very curious and interested about what I'm doing and support me along the journey and whatnot. I'm at a point now in this business where it's like, I know I'm going to be I'm just keep growing. There's no really downside, and there's no really path along the journey that will go down ever. As of right now, will that come? Absolutely, and I'll be ready for it. The only way to find what you want to do is if you take this step out of the bubble that everyone else is trapped inside of, whether they're spewing a different version of themselves just to make other people happy, or following the social norm, or listening to their parents and what they set and the path that they set for them. The only way you're going to find out what you want to do is if you get uncomfortable. And the way to get uncomfortable is not listening to anyone else and really just truly finding what you want to do. And that involves, again, not listening to anyone else and going off on your own and trying new things and not really caring about the result or what other people say about you. And that's kind of the idea of, being uncomfortable and the uncertainty that most people can't handle. That's why most people don't do this and stay unhappy for the rest of their lives. All right, I think that's it. Well, if you want to follow the build, you can go on the socials and follow the Instagram and the TikTok and the YouTube and whatnot. And I am continuously trying to post videos about my ideologies, where I'm at, and what I believe in, and my kind of growing my personal brand. But follow the YouTube channel to watch more videos like this, and I'll be giving an update at the end of this week. It's about Thursday right now, maybe Saturday or Sunday. I'll give an update about where I'm at of the first kind of beginning of July, and where I'm headed, and sort of the revenue mark, maybe. I'm thinking about talking about revenue, where my MRR started and where it's going to eventually hit. And I'm hoping it will hit by the end of July, but if not, by the end of August. So stick around for that. We're building something undeniable. Follow the YouTube channel and subscribe. See you later, guys.